With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, we're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasized what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
The motion man is Johnson. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford going for it all. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over us. And it'll be second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Get it!
Steady up. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther Dragon 6, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw. That is pulled in at the 5. To the goal line. EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he will get it back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. First play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. To the ground, a first down run. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now Brady. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Brady. Over the middle, there's my partner, the tight end, Olsen. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous start.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th. I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a handoff, running right. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Ball on
and
the
6.
39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And we're back to the Steel City after this. Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
Brady to throw. He's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Down back at the 32.
Brady looking to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. 6 foot there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. To throw is Brady. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Maverick, 60 Maverick, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hurt.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Check. 19 tight. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers 7, 49ers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. Great job there by the coverage team. They get him down at the 12.
At their own 12-yard line.
Marshall is on the move. To the air is Brady. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's now second down.
You know, it's really surprising to see him, of all people, let that one go. You just don't see him drop many balls. I mean, really, regardless of the circumstance. So, yes, there was contact. Yes, they timed it up perfectly, but typically that's a ball he's able to hold on to.
Brady set to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Upward, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Me.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Go! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's in! Jerome Bettis. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
They're on the 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to start the drive is Brady. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
13 yards.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Brady sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Like when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Love looking to throw it. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Let's go now. 33, yellow, field, black. Set.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Down. Yellow, 22. Shot, 17.
One of the tight ends comes in motion.
Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing. Love. Touchdown, Packers. From a yard out. And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 19 Pioneer, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
From the gun, it's Stewart. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the double. Get up. Panther 6. Panther 11. Panther 11. Rig alert. Cup 19. Cup 19. 65. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing now, Stewart. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
47-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Hurt. Scoop.
This is Bettis on the draw. Powering through at the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Bronco 80.
That will give up the middle to Bettis. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Street. Ready.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Panther Street.
Here's Stewart to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Go! 68, Panther 11, Panther 18, Pioneer. Rig alert.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
Cougar 19. Hey, smash. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos.
They'll try and throw it with Stewart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now here's a man who punted collegiately in this stadium for the Pitt Panthers, Andy Lee, to kick it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Taken right around the 44. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Cowboy 80. Here we go. Set. Mustang 19. Go street. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Stewart sets to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Stewart. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The good pick up there of 20 yards.
23-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Warrior 70. Rig alert. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw again. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Got it. Ready?
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Off the option, that's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout
Ready up.
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check. Hurt.
Bettis is going to be brought down short of the first, and they are out of timeouts.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Red, cycle.
Final play of the half, Love. Open man, here's Cobb. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Up
the middle they run with Bettis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard.
Get up. 60 Bobcats. 60 Eagles. 60.
Operating from the gun. Stewart. And the man open is Henry Bay. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Good for us Steelers. First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Stewart. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Here we go. Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Let's go. Red, 38. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Love. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Love now. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. 19 Lions. Mustang 19.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. That's complete to Bettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Second and 11 now.
18, 5. Let's go now. 70 Rangers. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat. Hurt. Ready.
Looking to throw. Stewart. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Cup 19, Panther 11, Panther, check smash, Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hayward Bay has it over the middle. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
7 Pirates, 60 Mavericks, 19 Street.
Operating from the gun, Stewart. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Go Street. Hurt. Panther 11. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 45, White. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
17 yards.
Let's go now.
And the Packer first
52,
down.
boom. Right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a solid run down inside the 30. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 3.
60 red. 60 cut.
Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This is 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hey, smash.
Back to throw. Stewart completes it to Hayward Bay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
70 Rangers.
Play action. Stewart. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Steel, black, red, 38, right, white. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.